Trigger is anything. Trigger can be your image if you're using image association. It can be your initial alphabets if you're using acronym method, or it can be that keyword if you're using the keyword method. So that is your trigger. And then the last step is to create. Hi everyone, how are you all? Hope you're doing great. So are you ready for another session of learning English with me? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to learn something related to vocabulary. So not exactly vocabulary, but I know you have this problem that how to retain the vocabulary that you have learned. Okay, now you have gained this much vocabulary, but the problem is that you often forget the words or how to use them when you're speaking. And I have already made so many videos on this, how to remember vocabulary, how to retain it. And today is going to be another technique in that particular series, that is how to remember words, how to remember the vocabulary that you are learning in English. So this is going to be an excellent technique for all of you, which is called mnemonics technique. So are you ready for this? I'm Shivangi Gupta, your CELTA certified English language tutor, and you're watching Speak English with Shivangi. Before beginning, please subscribe this channel so that you don't miss any video that I post for you. You get one video lesson each day on this channel. Please like the video and share it with your friends. Now let's begin with today's lesson. So mnemonics technique. What is this mnemonic? Mnemonic technique is basically a technique that is a memorization device, or more I prefer it as a vocabulary retention device when we talk about language. So this device is applicable in a lot of subjects, just not language. It's a great way to remember information, GK, numbers, and even language vocabulary, words. So this is a technique that is used in language often in order to retain the words that you've learned. Now there are going to be words that are difficult but that are used, and then how to remember them, how to make them so easy to learn, and it's like that it's on your tips so that you can use it. A mnemonics device is basically a device that is excellent to remember anything, any information, and today we are going to use it to remember vocabulary. So mnemonics is basically association. You're creating some association to remember something, which is very practical, and it helps you to remember things in context. So you'll be able to remember a word with context, and then you will be able to remember a lot of information about that word, which will help you use it when you speak it out. Okay, when you're speaking something and you want to use the word, you will be able to use it confidently because you have now created something which is going to help you remember it always. Now I'm gonna give you some example of mnemonics before beginning, through which you can understand it better. So the very common and most famous mnemonic ever is, my very excellent mother just served us noodles. So remember, we learned this mnemonics to remember the names of all the planets in the correct order. So the first alphabet in this sentence of each word represents the name of each planet. My very excellent mother just served us noodles. So we have 8 planets. Earlier we had 9 planets, but now we have 8 planets, right? 9th, Pluto is no longer considered as a planet, it's a dwarf planet. Similarly, you must have heard me say fanboys. I even made a lesson on this, if you check out, on conjunctions, which uses this particular trick, fanboys, to remember all your conjunctions. F for, A for and, N for neither nor, B for because, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. Fanboys. Excellent way to remember all your conjunctions. So these are actually mnemonics. Another one is Vibgyor. Remember? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. The colors of our rainbow in the correct order. So these all were mnemonics that we learned in school, and this mnemonic pattern is very useful if you want to remember vocab. I'm going to tell you how you can use different kinds of mnemonics in order to learn the word and remember them, and then speak them out when you require. So there are various kinds of mnemonics. People think that only alphabet mnemonics are the mnemonics where the first letter, the first alphabet of any word represents something. No, there are many other types of mnemonics. Today I'm going to discuss 3 most popular mnemonics that can help you remember the words. So let's begin with the mnemonic number 1, that is image association. Now, image association is a mnemonic where you're taking a word, a particular difficult word, where you cannot remember the meaning, and then you're relating it with an image, okay? If you're relating it to an image, you'll be able to remember it better. For example, this is the word, exasperated. Exasperated. Now, if I have to remember exasperated, I can easily associate it with this particular image. And if I focus on this image, you'll see the person is frustrated, like tired, frustrated. That is exasperated. Like, oh my God, you are totally frustrated with someone, extremely frustrated. That's exasperated. So now when you will hear this word next time, it's going to be easy for you to remember it. Now, how to use this image association mnemonic? For this, what you can do is create a folder in your laptop. Take your laptop, create a folder. I would not recommend take printouts, paste it in your vocabulary diary. No, that's complete wastage of page. We should not waste ink and page like that. You can easily keep it in a folder in a format of a Word file or maybe a PowerPoint file, whatever you like. Keep the image and write the word with it so that you can go back and revise it from time to time. So create this kind of folder with image association mnemonic for you to remember these kind of words. And next time when you look at the word exasperated, you'll remember this image. Instantly, you'll recognize, oh, this is very frustrated. It's the meaning. Okay, next type of mnemonic. It's the acronym mnemonic. So now acronym mnemonics is the fanboys or the Vibgyor. I've already given you the example of acronym mnemonics. So acronym mnemonics is like the first letter alphabet represents something. So remembering the names of colors in a particular thing, like your rainbow, that's Vibgyor. Remembering your conjunctions, that fanboys. Now if you want to remember particular synonyms of a word, you can use acronym mnemonics to do that. It works like in a wonderful way. Okay, so use this particular mnemonic to learn the synonyms, to remember the synonyms or the antonyms of a particular word. Excellent way. And this is something that you can always do because synonyms are important. Knowing how to say a thing differently is always important. So use this, it's going to help you a lot. So mnemonics type number 3 is the keyword mnemonics. Basically, you have to create a keyword, find a keyword from the bigger word, okay? And then associate it with something so that you can remember it. So keyword mnemonics, they work a lot because you're able to think about the word in context. You can actually have a context by creating a sentence or by associating it with something that is meaningful, and hence keyword mnemonics are the most in context mnemonics to remember the vocab that you're learning. Now let me give you an example. For example, let's take this word beneficiary. So beneficiary has something similar that we know. This word has a keyword that is beneficiary, like benefit, just like benefit. So benefit is what? When you gain something, that is benefit. So beneficiary is a word which means a person who's gaining benefit or profit for something that is owned by someone else, or they are taking advantage from some kind of trust, a will, or a fund. So that person is beneficiary. Beneficiary, it's very good trigger. Beneficiary, is like benefit, it rhymes with benefit, and a person who gets benefit from a trust, a fund, basically any kind of property, the person is known as beneficiary. Now, isn't it great? You're learning it in context. You're able to understand the context with this particular mnemonics, where you're also able to understand the meaning. So you have created a keyword association for this. You're creating a keyword that is beneficiary, similar to benefit, and that's the keyword here. Okay, benefit. From benefit, beneficiary, and beneficiary is a person who gets benefit. It's that simple, and this kind of thing will help you remember the vocab fast. Now, a lot of people think that creating mnemonics is like, it's a huge task. But I say that if there are words which you want to use, which you want to learn, it can be a great way to learn them and to use them. It is completely your choice whether you're using my other methods or mnemonics. Whatever suits you, use that. I have told you lots and lots of methods, so you need to use that. Plus, if you are someone who's appearing for exam, any exam, international, national exam, doesn't matter, mnemonics is a great way to remember vocab for you. So these techniques, they're going to help you a lot if you're attempting an exam. That's for sure. Okay, now how to create a mnemonic? Let me take you through the process quickly. First of all, select a word, like we did in all the examples previously, right? Understand the meaning once. You should know the meaning once in order to create that mnemonic. You're not memorizing the word through this, you're remembering the word, okay? So understand the meaning. Step number 3 is identify the trigger. Trigger is anything. Trigger can be your image if you're using image association. It can be your initial alphabets if you're using acronym method, or it can be that keyword if you're using the keyword method. So that is your trigger. And then the last step is to create the mnemonic. Create the particular mnemonic for that word or group of words. So you can create mnemonic for either one word, like keyword method works for single word, and image association, it can work for multiple words or a single word, both. But acronym mnemonics, that particular kind of mnemonic works only for the group kind of words, like you are using it for a group of words. That's why I say excellent way to remember all the synonyms and antonyms for a particular word. So that's it. That was the lesson. I think this is going to help you a lot. This can be a game changer for your vocabulary retention. Now I'm gonna see you next time with a new lesson. Till then, take care and bye.